Right, we're playing against Flower Fairy for the first time. Let's see if we can get a victory against the world's best player. This is certainly a rare opportunity for us. The first time ever. So let's see if our skills are able to hold. Or should we say our cheese? I think this is what we want to do. This is what we do every game. Nothing special here. Okay. So we're gonna see why he's the best in the world right now. I like our chances because he's not familiar with our cheese, I think. Now obviously he knows how to go factory himself. He's just probably not aware of us. And this is where we have an advantage. When we play players that, the more and more we play certain players, for example, Agri, Meditation, they start getting quite good at countering us. And it's probably, if we play long enough, we probably can get to the point where we're not going to win too much. So we're going to get the redeployment. This is what we need. Everything's going according to plan at this point. You can consider going for another storm, but we know that's going to get countered with the anti-missile. So we'll just build our board a little bit. We need to get the arc lights here. We're not going to play too fancy. Like, we know we need the arc lights. You know, we need at least like 2. And I don't want to get a 200 cost unit, but we kind of don't really want the storm, I think. Third storm. I can just go for this. He might cheese us, of course, so I don't know if we get it to a level on the tower, but you'd think that the level on the tower here is more important. So we could consider that. Maybe we just do this, just in case, just to be safe. You didn't know how this guy plays. I thought he was more of a standard player. Okay, he gets the Phoenix, so he gets his anti-air. And we do have a chaff clear problem. We do have a chaff clear on this side. He only has 2 chaff here, so it kind of makes sense to put this guy here. I like our play already. Wish this guy would turn though. What is he doing? What is this guy doing? Okay, there it goes. Not looking too horrible. I mean, probably lose by just the Phoenix, which is already pretty amazing. Right, so not that bad, not that bad at all here. Okay, the Wasp is an obvious pick, I think. Like, we always need the Wasp chaff here. So we'll just do this. So we need our own Phoenixes here. This is part of our composition every game. Probably go for, we can go for an oil right now actually. That wouldn't be a horrible idea since he has so much stuff here. Or we could go for the chaff. I kind of want to go for the chaff because the chaff here we're able to, you know, chaff has value every single game. He's not really pushing in. His units are kind of slow. So I don't mind to have the extra chaff here. So everything looks kind of good here. We'll see. They range already on the arc lights. I guess that's fine. He's got the staircase build. Only four crawlers of his own, so we have the same amount of crawlers. We have a very similar board. Obviously he's got the, you know, he's got more, got way more arc lights. We only have 2 arc lights. So perhaps the chaff clear is going to be a problem now that we lose the arc light. We're going to lose this side, but we win this side, which is kind of a relief. He's going to get the tower debuff too. I think he's going to take out the phoenixes, unfortunately, so kind of unfortunate. And this our own tower debuff isn't going to do anything. So yeah, that didn't go so well. That was kind of unfortunate. Maybe the oil was what we needed. Anyways, it's going to be time for the it's going to be pretty soon to showcase our factory skill. Now I don't even think we bother with the range on the arc lights. I mean, you imagine he's going to go more chaff soon, but do we even bother? Like, let's just put down the oil first. Let's just see what happens. Well, you need to put down the oil. Okay. Now what? Now, maybe more... I mean, maybe we click anti-air on this. Or maybe, no, maybe we go for Mustangs, right? Because that's good money. Maybe we go for Mustangs and then we go for a Phoenix. What else? Do we just upgrade this? Probably. 50 left over. I mean, you could try a missile here, but I don't think it's necessary. I want to save our money. Goes for the fangs. It's kind of good. Our Mustangs are directly targeting it. You know, honestly, I feel confident here. Like, I feel always confident playing someone new. And I don't think just because it's Flower Fairy doesn't mean it's like, you know, you're gonna lose. Once Flower Fairy knows your style, or anyone knows your style, yeah, we're gonna lose. But at this point, the first time is where we have the most surprise factor. So a player of this caliber is not gonna know about us. I'm fairly sure. So he's not gonna have the Abyss, you know, like prepared. But blind countering us. So we can't set this on fire. That's the problem. It's not a huge problem, but probably don't want to pay the money to set this on fire. It looks like it's going to be a couple rounds of factory. Okay, so factory automatically starts now. And yeah, we're going to need to win at least 2 rounds. And we're just going to see here. We're gonna see what's gonna happen here. So obviously we go in from here, right? Obviously we go in from here, and the good thing is that we have the redeploy already available. So it's very, very good for us. Let's see, what do we do? So we need to go for crawlers. Something like this. Probably a shield. Flower Fairy, he likes to put the crawler in front, so let's do that. We learned this from Flower Fairy himself. Go for the shield. Boom, boom. And let's go for what? Like the defense upgrade or the attack? Probably the defense, right? And we can move this guy over here, just to distract some of his own chaff. Like, we don't want his chaff necessarily to run in, right? Alright, so this is probably okay. Maybe move it like this. Go. We have a few believers here. There's a few believers. Whoa. Obviously there's a lot more. Okay, so very nice shield. I'm very happy about that. Such a good chaff here. We're gonna get that tower super quick. And this is gonna be probably 2,000 or 2,500 damage, and bring him down to 2,000, I think. Very nice shot. Okay. wish the debuff was a little longer, but you know, you can't complain. Let's kill this Rhino. This level 2 Rhino is kind of scary. When did he get that? Oh, that was from the drop. Okay. These Mustangs, you know, they're doing their job. Even these Fangs are doing their job. Maybe it's not 2,000 damage, is it? It is. Alright, so one more round, and we've got to redeploy, so this is going to be, could be 50-50, right, at this point. We're not going to go for the spell, I think. I think it's unnecessary. I mean, we could go for the spell, but I don't know. Like, I don't want to throw this. We don't have money for the spell. So we're going to redeploy this, obviously. So, we could redeploy it here, right? That could be good. But what would be unexpected, I think, is like we redeploy it here. Right? This would be a little bit more unexpected. What do we sell out of? Probably the Storm. And, alright, let's go for Launcher Overload, or is he going to EMPS? Let's just get our chaff ready. Right, we want the chaff here, we want the chaff here. Sure, he's gonna missile this, but hey, whatever. Now what? Okay, now we can get the shield. And I think we go for the Launcher Overload here, because there's just so much stuff. We are taking a risk. He might acid us, you know, he might do a million things, but you know, you can't beat the best unless you take risks. How do we like that beacon? It's not bad. Alright, Photon. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but maybe this wasn't the best angle to come into. Maybe we should have spent some money on missiles, right? Because this if we put 3 missiles down, this would be a lot easier. Now we're gonna get stuck here for a while. Maybe this wasn't the best angle to come in from. Alright, at least the shield's gonna kind of help. And now he's turning, but he's already hit us once. But that being said, he needs to hit us like a couple more times. Let's get to that tower. Let's get to that tower. We will get to the tower at the last second. Factory's gonna die, so that means we're probably not gonna kill him. But it's hard to ask for more than this debuff already. This is already a lot. You know, we're already really happy about this. And we're gonna get another, probably get him down to sub 1k, even 500. I wish we could just end the game here, and you know, but we're gonna have to show our technique, at least for one more round. Okay, missile strike. Oh boy, missile strike. Well, why don't we missile strike one of his things, right? Missile striking this is probably good. For 100, it's probably worth it, I think. Or is it? Maybe we don't have the money. Alright, what do we do? So, we need to go for mass wasps here. So, we're going to do this. Right. We'll reposition it slightly into the middle, and then we'll just go for mass wasp. Now, we can't leave it here. We have to jump it around. Now, here is an interesting position. Here is a very interesting position, but I kind of want to kill his stuff. I don't want to be so isolated. And we're going to click shield here. So we're going to go for triple wasp. And probably sell out of the why don't we go for the slightly weaker tower? There's just less stuff here. We do want to get the tower debuff. Let's sell out of this, throw down a million missiles. What do we do for the last missile here? Maybe. Or maybe we do it here. Hard to say. Let's do it here. Okay. This is the moment of truth. The moment of truth. He does not have AA spec. We likely win, I think, because... No. This feels like we've got more stuff going on. We've got the wasp path. We're winning this. Heart is kind of pounding. We are winning this, I think. Yep. Got way too much stuff here. Alright guys, so we actually beat Flower Fairy first time we played them. And to be fair, the reason why we beat Flower Fairy is because it's the first time we played them. We play over and over and over again. Very quickly, it's going to get to the point that we will never win again because certain players already, for example, I would say Agri Meditation, they've already they're already expecting the factory. Like an Abyss would just be here. On the same round we go for the factory. So and actually we were still able to win actually when that happened by chance. We did lose the next game against Agri, but what I'm trying to say is once they know what you're going to do, the blind counter is going to be there and it's going to be a lot harder to win. And our our best asset is actually the um, is the element of surprise here, right? Because and we did everything that we've trained for, right? We got the early redeploy even though we didn't need it until the factory. Um, everything, we built our board in a certain way. Maybe the Mustangs weren't useful, but if you look at this, you need something to kill the wasps. The fangs, you would argue, maybe actually the fangs. I think we did we start with the fangs? I think we started with the fangs, right? So the fangs are also potentially good into wasps that come in, and yeah, this was the loose formation was a really good idea at the end there, but the problem was the triple screen of shielded wasps. What makes the shielded wasps so good, and it's because if it acts like a shield, because usually there's going to be a missile here or here, and once the missile hits, it's just going to hit like the wasp. Now maybe the position of the wasp is too close together. It might actually splash into the other pack, but the idea is basically the wasps acts as a shield for the missiles, meaning the war factor never gets slowed. If the war factory actually got slowed here, it would be a completely different story, right? Because it needs to get to the tower um, in order to win there. So yeah, that was that was great. Like we've been on a slight losing streak. A couple people during the time we play, it's not the main prime time, and we always run into the same people. And these people are starting to get our numbers, and been losing a little bit of our confidence because it's it kind of sucks losing 3 times in a row or something, and kind of feels like you know back in the old days when we were playing the Raymaster stuff, and initially, we just beat everyone. But then at some point, like players, they wised up. For example, like Mathis might, he had to build against the Ray stuff that was like basically unbeatable. Like if we decided to play Rays, and basically every time we faced them, it was an auto lose. So it can these kind of strategies can go from beating everyone into an auto lose situation if the person is prepared for it. So hey, we're really happy about this one, and yeah, super glad that we got a victory here.